This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, double check you're still subscribed to the channel. Double check your notifications are on. And if you hit that like button, double check it's working properly, because these bad actors are working overtime to suppress the channel, because they're terrified of more people becoming aware of all the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market. Listen, guys, also be aware of the scammers. Pay attention to the scammers, because they are out there. They want your shares. They want your XRP. They want you homeless. Anyway, yo, listen. GME, in my opinion, and I'm not telling you to buy, hold, or sell GME. GME looks like it's ready to explode, okay? It looks like it's ready to explode. These bad actors, they can manipulate it, they can wash, they can spoof, they can create millions of counterfeit GME shares every single day, but it doesn't matter. GME is not going bankrupt. They're sitting on too much cash, and the board and the CEO makes their money when the stock price goes up, so they are heavily into pushing up the stock price of GME. There's no doubt in my mind about that. They are making power moves, and you guys know by now that I think that GME is going to be the Berkshire Hathaway of this generation, because they have a good team in place, and they're sitting on enough cash to make some really good power moves and take advantage of a lot of opportunities. Anyway, the reported volume, 11,183,337. You guys know that means absolutely nothing to these criminals, because they can create millions of counterfeit shares every day, and the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI won't even ask them where the shares came from. 59.52% of the volume was sent to the dog pools. You guys know by now, those are the buy orders to manipulate the price down. Everybody knows it. SEC, DOJ, FBI, and they practice willful blindness. They put 6,656,531 GME shares into the dog pool, and not one question from the SEC, not one question from the DOJ, not one question from the FBI, because these guys own our regulatory agencies, they own our law enforcement agencies, and until their liquidity runs out or GME makes some power moves that they can't counteract, they're going to continue to manipulate the stock. The short volume, 44.10%. So they found 4,900,000 GME shares to short it to the market and manipulate the price, and nobody wants to ask them where did they get those shares from. I mean, it's absolutely crazy that millions of GME shares can appear out of thin air every single day, and nobody seems to care about the origin of these shorted shares. It's absolutely crazy. And they claim they can cover all their GME short positions in 8.62 trading days. If they could have covered in 8.62 trading days, they would have covered, exited the play, and washed their hands of GME. But they can't. They are stuck in the play because they created so many millions of counterfeit shares. The only way they can keep this play open is to keep creating more and more counterfeit shares every single day. Just like any typical Ponzi scheme, you need new counterfeit shares to cover the old counterfeit shares to keep the Ponzi scheme going. Everybody knows what they're doing. They don't even try to hide it anymore. They just know that the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI are going to do absolutely nothing about it. And they're claiming that the short interest is only 16.62%. It's probably 166.2% by now. But because they own the SEC, they own the DOJ, they own the FBI, they own FINRA, they own the DTCC, they can give us any data they want with no real repercussions. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think that a GME naked shorters could cover all their GME short positions in 8.62 trading days? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.